Welcome to the Love Yourself Louder podcast. If you're a growth-minded gal who's ready to walk a joyful journey of living wholeheartedly, then you, my dear, are in the right place. My name is Nicole DeFelice, and I'm obsessed with all things personal growth, expanding our self-awareness, and getting intentional about practicing self-love. This podcast is where you will be encouraged and challenged to unleash courageous confidence and cultivate more meaningful connections in your life. It's time to start loving yourself louder. Hello, my friends and fellow travelers. Welcome to the very first episode of the Love Yourself Louder podcast. My name is Nicole, and I will be your humble host on this playful path to living wholeheartedly. I am literally bursting with excitement to start diving in deep with you and spending some quality girl time together. I've got a hot mug of tea tableside here. I hope you do too. And I know there's going to be a ton of connection waiting for us. As I mulled over what to talk about on this first episode to kick off our self-discovery party, I found myself feeling like I needed to explain. Why me? How have I earned your trust to be a fearless leader on this shared voyage? And as I sat with that question and rumbled with the typical imposter syndrome that likes to rear its ugly head when we try and take some new territory, a clear and resounding message came back to me that silenced my fear and gifted me the courage to start something entirely new. Curious what that message was? Your breakthrough is not just for you. So here I am, showing up scared, releasing my voice and multiplying my wisdom. But first, let me tell you a little about me. I am a girl mom. I have 3 daughters, and as I am recording these episodes today, my girls are 4, 12, and 19. One of the most powerful unlockings in me happened the day I held my firstborn daughter in my arms. She has taught me everything I needed to know about unconditional love, starting from that very first day, when I was just a 23-year-old, scared-to-death kid who didn't know a lick about caring for anybody except myself. I am the wife of a man who inspires me every day with his vulnerability and his leadership. He finds a way to show up as a father for our children that beautifully balances the depth of feeling required of a girl dad with the firm push outside their comfort zone that keeps those girls growing. I've shared this life with him for over a decade, and he still makes my cheeks hurt from laughter and continues to find a way to surprise me, which is interesting. So that's me within my family unit, but I have a whole personal identity layered in there as well. I fell in love with homesteading and slow living about 10 years ago, and we have been building our family homestead ever since. Over the years, I cultivated some pretty sweet pioneer skills, and I discovered that not only am I a crazy chicken lady, but I'm also a crazy cow lady. If you had told this city girl of my youth that I'd be milking a cow in a barn one day, she would have laughed you right out the door. I'm also a combat veteran. I served in Afghanistan and spent many years as a passionate advocate for disabled veterans. But the thing that really lights me up the most today is supporting women achieving their personal transformation goals. In recent years, I have had the greatest joy of coaching hundreds of entrepreneurial mothers as they chase dreams of time freedom, financial freedom, and creating generational abundance. To achieve those goals, you have to choose to tackle mindset blocks head on, get real about your beliefs, and take ownership of your thoughts. It's inevitable that some walls are going to come up along the way, and serving others in those challenging times is when I feel most alive, most aligned, and like I am making the most impact with my superpowers. I have been through some stuff in my 36 years. I've packed a whole lot of life and joy, and trials into the breadth and width of each day that I have been blessed with. I come from pretty humble roots and had to get super scrappy to gain momentum and break the cycle of generational poverty off myself and my family. Since then, I've navigated so many shifts in my identity, from mother to wife, from military service to corporate America, from eager student and mental health advocate to walking the walk in the field and supporting others becoming the masters of their own inner world. All of that breakthrough, it isn't just for me. It's for you too. And guess what? Your breakthrough, it isn't just for you. It's for every person in your life you want to experience a more meaningful connection with. Our breakthrough, our personal growth, creates a ripple effect in our life that doesn't just upgrade us and our thoughts and our beliefs. It asks, it demands that everyone else around us grow a little bit too. That is the beauty of choosing to do this intentional work. So what even is a breakthrough anyway? It's a sudden increase in knowledge or understanding. In the science world, a breakthrough is a vital discovery that happens only after trying for a really long time to understand or explain something. Most importantly, I think, a breakthrough removes a barrier to progress. Maybe you're overcoming it, or maybe you're smashing through it, but on the other side of breakthrough, that barrier, it no longer exists for you. Breakthrough. It is a breaking through. There have been so many times that I've had to break down before I could break through. A friend recently shared an example of this phenomenon, and I think it's so accurate, so I want to share it with you. Imagine a runner in a marathon. The first handful of miles, they've got their pace. The rate and rhythm of their breathing is super dialed in, and their body is operating at peak performance. They're crushing it, okay? There is a theory that running marathons is more of a mental challenge than a physical challenge. When the mind becomes convinced that it can go no farther, the rest of the body will rapidly follow suit, and the breakdown begins. Suddenly, steady breathing gives way to tightness in the chest, and every breath is like glass. The once rhythmic pace of the runner's feet, carrying them forward, becomes oppressive, and their muscles fight every stride. Their body begins to betray them because of a seed sowed by their mind. I can't go any farther. It's the start of a breakdown. At some point in every race, runners must choose to believe in what is physically possible, what they prove to be possible through their training for this very event. They must overcome this breakdown to achieve the breakthrough that is needed to ride that high to the finish line. When you look back on your own journey, can you pinpoint places where you felt you were drowning in the struggle, but then waiting on the other side was exactly what you needed? Would you be the same person today had you not experienced the highs and lows of that struggle? I could share entire novels for each one of my breakthroughs, so I'll save those for future episodes, and we can process them together, which I'm sure will be a blast. I know there's some gold in there for you, because my breakthroughs, they are always raw and revealing and so good. Each breakthrough has gifted me a deeper knowing of myself. Each one peeled away another mask that I didn't even know I was wearing until I was unburdened of it. The most valuable results of these breakthroughs has been a gentle settling into myself, a deeper understanding of the woman who lives within me and who I want to become in partnership with her, a greater hope for what is possible in my life when I come in alignment with my most authentic self, to create impact by restoring wholeness to the hearts of every woman I have the joy of being connected with. That is my mission. That is my calling. And I could not have unlocked that without all of these breakdowns to break through. My breakthrough is not just for me. This podcast, this shared space of vulnerability we are creating, it is just one way for me to multiply the wisdom I have gained in my personal growth and gift it to you so that you can achieve wholehearted living faster and embrace radical self-love sooner than even I did. My breakthrough is for you. And your breakthrough, it's for your partner and your children and your friends and your family. When we can own our story, our truth, and bravely gift it to others, we celebrate ourselves in a way that turns our true identity into a magnet for people in our life who are going to go the distance with us because we are seen and deeply loved as a whole person, understood. We elevate our expectations for ourselves and everyone around us. Then we rise to that challenge, and others come too. So that, my lovely friends, is the perfect segue into this episode's Love Yourself Louder challenge. Each episode, I'll share an actionable way to implement what we are learning together so you can start weaving an intentional practice of self-love into the fabric of your beautiful life. Today's Love Yourself Louder challenge is to reflect on a breakthrough that you've experienced. Sit with that memory, the struggle and the outcome. Sit with the feelings attached to that memory, the good and the bad. Then reflect on the understanding you gained from that breakthrough. These aren't always huge, groundbreaking revelations that alter the course of history. Sometimes they're quiet knowings about ourselves, about our lens, or our needs, and these are equally powerful, if not more so. With each breakthrough, there is a gift of a lesson or a wisdom that you now carry. Your challenge this week is for you to begin multiplying that wisdom too. Choose one person in your life, one person who you treasure and would love to sow a seed of connection in. Ask that person if you can gift them a story or truth that you hope will bring you closer together. Choose vulnerability. Choose connection. Gift that person your breakthrough. I cannot wait to hear how this one brave act will transform your relationship with yourself and your story and your connection with that one person you chose in for today. Hook me up with a follow on Instagram at Love Yourself Louder so we can stay connected between episodes. Drop me a challenge accepted so I can join your support squad and cheer you on as you grow. Thanks for tuning in to the Love Yourself Louder podcast with me, Nicole DeFelice, your humble host and fellow traveler on the playful path to self-love. Until next time, my dears, keep loving yourself louder.